girls. I told you girls I would be back on live today, or I might be, rather. So here I am. I'm in my Christmas pajamas. We're gonna be doing my hair, because I guess it's been kind of like a New Year's resolution of mine that, like, when my hair needs to be done, I'm just gonna do it, because it ain't doing my scalp no favors, it ain't doing my hair no favors. You know what I mean? I think that needs to be put up on one of my shirts. Like, I need to put it all as one word. You know what I mean? Because I be saying that all the time. But if you didn't know, training your scalp does not exist. It's literally actually worse for your scalp to wait to wash your hair. Like, if your hair is greasy, icky, nasty, stinky, girl, it's time to wash that scalp. It's time to wash that hair. By waiting, you're actually clogging your scalp's ability to, like, grow hair. So you're not helping your scalp or your hair. Okay, girl. I rest my case. So that's what I be doing. My hair needs to be washed. I wash it. Anyways, let's get to it. Where is my little plug-a-rooney? Plug my blow dryer in, girl. I think I'm gonna put on some skincare first. I already did my tretinoin, but this is my Cetaphil, the same stuff that I put on earlier. I did lose a nail. If you follow me on Snap, you already know that I lost a nail. Also, I've been meaning to tell you girls something crazy. Like, I wasn't sure if I was right. Like, I wasn't sure if, like, I heard right, you know, because, like, you be hearing anything on the internet these days, but, like, people are going back to Facebook. I know, like, what our grandparents use. I know. Like, insane. And, anyways, like, people, so, like, I've been hearing on TikTok that people are, like, prioritizing posting on Facebook, of all places, besides TikTok, because, like I've always said, you girls know, if you follow me for a while, you've heard me say it over and over again, TikTok be playing with people's money. They playing with people's money, they getting greedy, they all over the place, like, they'll be, you know, having people make, you know, a lot of money, enough to quit their job, and then all of a sudden they flip a switch and then they ain't getting nothing. That's the way TikTok works. That's why it will never be my main platform. It will always be like a side thing that I do. Like, this is my main platform, and I'm so grateful for that. But, like, anyway, people are finally getting fed up with it, and they're literally going on Facebook, girl. Facebook! And reposting their stuff, and, like, I was watching somebody, I was, like, looking at somebody's account. I was like, okay, this is somebody who I follow on TikTok. Let me look. And they literally posted the same video to Facebook as I posted to TikTok. Girl, on Facebook, it got, I think, 136K. On TikTok, it did 11.6K. Girl, I think in 2026, we might see the great migration. We might see, like, people get on there. But, like, people are using it, like, in a new way. Like, it's no longer, like, just about, like, you know, people's grandparents communicating with other people's grandparents. It's, like, gonna be about, like, kind of like, not, like, nobody can ever be YouTube, because YouTube's the big daddy, that's what I always say. But people are going to use it in a different way, like, with, like, creating public profiles and stuff like that. And that's what I did, and I wanted to tell you girls, like, so I have a public profile in there. I actually have two. But I think the one that I'm going to use more is going to be my one that's called ash.1077. So make sure you follow me on Facebook. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do on there. I'm not sure if I'm just going to, like, kind of, like, repost my short form stuff that I already do for TikTok. But anyways, follow me on there, I guess. I'm going to check my chat now. I haven't gotten into the chat. I know it's, like, a lot later than I normally go live right now, so I'm not really expecting a bunch of you to join. Just, like, I need to do my hair. My channel needs me to be on live, so I'm going to be on live. Yes, I'm good. Thank you. Okay. So, anyways, let's do this hair, girl. Let's do it up. Let's do it big. Because it needs to be done anyways. And, like, washing my hair in the morning, Like, before I got COVID, it was like an option. I'm literally hanging my towel from my tripod, girl. But what the heck was I saying? Since I've had COVID though, like if I wash my hair in the morning, I'm done for the day. That's it. That's the activity. I'm all done. I'm all out of energy. I do not have enough energy to be freaking washing my hair during the day and then going about my day. That's like a stay in bed all day type of day for me. But anyways, so like it has to get done at night. It's just the way it be. Hi, I get that question a lot about Stray Kids. I know of Stray Kids. I don't personally listen to them, but I have been asked about them quite a lot on here. So I've heard of them. I've looked them up briefly, but I don't know a whole lot about them. Anyways, girl, I'm going to put in this L'Oreal No Haircut Cream. My voice is a little nasally because I just took my, what is it called? The Zelestine. It's called Astapro nasal spray. I use Nasacort in the morning and Astapro at night. Not medical advice, by the way. This is just what works for me and what my doctor tells me to do. But I didn't use this stuff like the past couple days, like when I've been on live, like having my hair in the heatless curls. And you can tell, girl, like it's way more frizzy. It's way more frizzy, like not as like shiny and healthy. And it's this stuff, girl. Like this stuff is the secret sauce. And it smells so good, girl. It smells so good. Oh my gosh. Like, they need to bottle this stuff up and sell it in a perfume. Thank you, Ari. Okay, I'm gonna comb through my hair now. I actually discovered my new... Also, my pants match my PJ top. I just have my legs covered up because I'm a little cold right now. I discovered my new hair method here on live, actually. I discover a lot of things on live. Anyways, I was like doing this like really complicated like blowout routine where I was taking a round brush and like a blow dryer and like going through my hair like layer by layer. But I realized that like that was too much. It was too much. And like it was way faster for me to just blow my hair dry messy and then straighten it. You know what I mean? So that's what I started doing. And plus it was like an arm workout. Like if you've ever blown out your hair, you have a brush and a blow dryer going at the same time, girl, it's a freaking arm workout. I'm gonna put my links in the chat. I should add my Facebook. My Facebook's public, so like I'm pretty sure that you can Facebook. LOL, I feel like my grandma. Ash. Let me put a blue heart, right? Because I think Facebook is blue. Blue heart. Ash.1077. Okay. Put all my links in the chat. I have literally no followers on Facebook. So if any of you are on Facebook, follow me on Facebook. I have no idea like what that app is gonna look like for me, but like I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna post on social media, like you're gonna put yourself or like your life out there for like other people to see. I don't know. Posting for free in 2025 is crazy work. That's all I'm gonna say. No, that's not all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say many other things. You know me. Y'all know me. And I mean like random stuff. Like if you're gonna like share a post about like that chocolate ice cream is superior, it's not, by the way, vanilla is. But say that's your opinion, why not post it publicly? Like these apps will pay you for that. You know what I mean? They'll freaking pay you. In case you didn't know, now you know. They'll pay you. And we're all struggling out here, like, for what? For what? They're gonna pay me to talk about potato chips and ice cream. Girl, I'm in. You know? You just have to be consistent. And like stop seeing it as a consumer and start seeing it as a creator. The pajamas, I don't know. They were a gift. I think that they're on Amazon. But yeah, I'm wondering because like okay, this is what happens though with these apps. Like even YouTube does it. So like anytime they update the app or they're like about to update it, it gets slow. Like the app gets slow and like certain things don't work and like views go down and like all the creators get really frustrated, right? But then they roll out with like all these new updates and then the whole app like runs like a well-oiled machine and then everybody figures it out and then they switch it again. YouTube is pretty consistent and thank you YouTube. Thank you. I love YouTube. I will always love YouTube because it's consistent and they don't be messing with us like these other apps. I think that YouTube is like one that's for the creators, you know? Like it like I feel like YouTube is kind of like by creators for creators. Anyways, but the other ones, like girl, especially TikTok be playing with people's lives out here, and it's not cool. It's not cool, and like I think we might see them fall off in 2026 because I feel like TikTok has worn that crown for so long, and they rose so fast. And I think they got cocky. They got like, oh, I can do no wrong. Oh, I can do whatever I want. Oh, I can treat people however they want. Wrong. I just had this whole conversation with Google Gemini about it because I was like, am I just seeing these videos? Like, is the algorithm just showing me these videos, like, playing me? Or is this for real? Like, or is this really happening? Like, Facebook instead of TikTok? Like, what's going on? Whatever. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. I just go with it. I just go with it, girl. Because people were saying that Snap was the big thing. And then I was like, because if you were on this channel in January of last year, you heard me say over and over again, I will never use Snap. I hate Snap. Snap is sus. Da 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 da. But then I heard, you know, people in the creator world, and I was like, maybe I can use Snap. But I was like, maybe if I change the way I use it, maybe I won't hate it. And I was right. Like, I love Snapchat. I just make it girls only. And it makes it so much better. Like, if you're ever stressed out by Snapchat, if you're a man or, like, a boy or a girl, just make it just for your friends. Both. Like, and no, like, I don't know. It just makes it, like, so much less drama and so much less stress. And I just feel like, especially if you're liking someone or interested in someone in a romantical way, like, it's just a lot of pressure to, like, send pictures back and forth on there. Like, just selfies. I'm not talking about anything else. Just, like, regular selfies. Like, oh, this is a picture of me in front of my fridge. This is a picture of me in a comb. This is a picture of me and my cat. You know, those type of stuff. But even then, because when you like somebody, there's, like, this pressure. You know what I mean? Like, they're, like, looking at you, and you're, like, looking at them, and it's, like, an obsessive amount. Like, y'all should, like, only look at each other, like, when you're hanging out, like at the movies or at the freaking mall or like whatever, you know what I mean? Like it gets too much, and I still stand by that. But like, I'm gonna be on there with my girls, I'm gonna be on there with my cousin and be like, girl, look at this big old zit that I got. You know what I mean? And that's how I be using Snap, and I love it. It is just so like raw and real and unfiltered and just quick and easy, and like I just love how you can have multiple private stories because like, you know me, like I have my bartender friends, I have my makeup artist friends, I have my church friends, like, but then again, they're all different groups of women, yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain stuff that like I could post to like other restaurant people that like you can't say to the general masses because like it's like, why are you so annoyed by someone asking you for a straw? It's like, because you have to know the context, but you don't know the context unless you've worked in a restaurant. You know what I mean? And that's when the private stories come into play, girl. I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot. But, like, also just having the boundary of, like, I'm not friends with men on there. I'm not friends with guys on there. I don't do it. It has made it so stress-free for me. So liberating. And I love how, like, you can still, like, post on your story. And I love how, like, you can be connected to your college on there or your college or high school. But also, I don't know, like safety is a thing, and like that would make me kind of So, I don't know. Do that with caution. But if you want to be like an influencer or a creator, I would advise you to not put where you go to school in there. I wouldn't. I'm like rambling, and y'all are just sitting here watching me ramble. I love it. What else? But this is what I was gonna say. I love how like you can still have like a public story, because like I know like social media is huge right now. Like social media is huge, like especially in high school and college. And like if you're not on social media, like who are you? You know what I mean? Like at least have something up there, you know. So it's like, oh gosh, like this girl wants me to be like, you know, like I'm as if I'm in an all girls school and only have girls in my snap. Well, you can have a public story. That's the beauty of it. You can have a public story, so you can still post like, I'm watching my favorite show. I'm eating popcorn. This is me with my Diet Coke. Diet Coke is my favorite soda. Which is true, by the way, of me personally. But you know what I mean? Like that's stuff that's okay to put out there to everybody. Like I don't have a problem with people at my school knowing that I like caramel corn. You know what I mean? Like, I love me some caramel corn. Or caramel corn, whichever way you say it. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, girl. You know what I discovered lately? Salt and vinegar popcorn, girl, is so good. And, like, with me, like, I'm like, my Snapchat followers have seen this a million times. They've seen this a million times. They've seen this a million times. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Like, everybody can watch that. But, like, I do beauty content, so, like, it's a little, you know what I mean? But like if I'm gonna like talk about something going on here on YouTube, or like ask like, hey, like which thumbnail should I use? Like which selfie should I use? Like I'm gonna go into my sleepover bestie's private story and put that just for them. You know what I mean? Because like I don't want to put my weird like creator stuff on there for people that like we've been friends since kindergarten. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. But that's like my rant about like why I love Snap, and also why I feel like I've revolutionized my experience on there with like just being friends with girls. Like I'm only friends with girls on Snap. That's it. I can't stop anybody from following me, but I'm only gonna be friends with girls because I just feel like that app, their flirtation on that app can get inappropriate so fast, and even if it's not inappropriate, it can get obsessive. And the Bible, like, here we go, preacher Ashley, but just listen, just hold on. In the Bible, it says if your left arm causes you to sin, cut it off. And like, sin doesn't have to be stuff like, sin is things like, you know, lying and being deceitful, cheating, things like that, like the very blatant sins. But there's also like the subtle sins, like idolatry, like obsessiveness. You know what I mean? Like I don't. I guess like obsessiveness is another form of idolatry. You know what I mean? And idolatry is like putting something above God. And if you become so obsessed with your crush on Snapchat, and all you're doing is thinking about like what angle you're gonna snap them, and like you can't take off your makeup because like he's gonna be snapping you after football practice, and like you have to look like this and like da. And now you're missing your youth group. Now you're missing your Bible study. Now you're not spending time with your friends. Now you're not a well-rounded person. You're literally just existing to send pictures to this boy. And I'm not talking about, we're not even going there, you know what I mean? I'm just talking about like just regular pictures. Even that gets obsessive. So that's why I say, you know what? Like the Bible says, if your left arm causes you to, or does it say left or right hand? I don't remember. Whichever one causes you to sin, cut it off. So like if you're finding yourself like tempted to do something that you shouldn't be doing, or like that just, it doesn't even have to be something that's super bad, like, you know, sneaking out or cheating or whatever. It could be something that's just like, hey, this gets my life out of whack. Hey, this disrupts my sleep schedule, you know? Like, maybe I shouldn't do that. And then just kind of like, be like, well, I know if I do this, then I'm going to do that, so don't do this. You know what I mean? Like, A leads to B, so don't even do A, because you're going to end up in B. You know what I mean? It's just like a matter of like, knowing yourself and be like, you know, I'm just not even gonna go there. Yeah. That's my little rant about Snap. You swear that you know me from somewhere? You probably don't. I'm a couch potato. Okay, girl, I'm gonna start blow drying my hair. So I think I'm gonna mute. Should I mute? Is everybody gonna freak out if I mute? Go in the mirror. Oh, I'm gonna have to get up. Okay, let me get my mirror. Hold on. I just have one of those faces. People tell me that I look like JoJo the singer. People tell me I look like JoJo Siwa. People say that. Who else? I get Britney Spears. I get Selena Gomez. That's the controversial one. People love to fight over whether I do or don't look like Selena Gomez. So I just have one of those faces. Just have one of those faces. Hi, your girl, Winter. Just to remind everybody, we are live at a different time than normal, but the rules still apply. Okay. If you're curious about the rules, go ahead and stumble on over my description, and that's where the rules are. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. I think that I'm going to mute, and if y'all want me to keep the sound on, I will, but like... that's kind of obnoxious, you know what I mean? But it just depends on the live. Sometimes people are like, "Oh, why is there no sound?" and they freak out. And other lives, they're like, "That's really freaking loud. Why don't you turn off your sound?" So we're gonna mute, and if you have a problem, just let me know. getting hungry. I got like on a weird eating cycle today. Like, our church only did one service because like we just had Christmas Eve service like 5 days ago, 4 days ago, however many days ago Christmas Eve was. I guess Christmas Eve was 24th. And then Sunday was the 28th. But anyways, like we only had one service, and then I didn't eat before I went to church, so I ended up eating after church, so I ended up eating breakfast late, and then I didn't get lunch late because I had like a miniature crash out about like what to eat for lunch, but then I was also like live for like 2 hours today. So anyways, I ended up going out and to get something to eat, and then I came back and I ate my food, but like, you know what I mean? Like when you get like your meals like on a weird schedule, like, I don't know, I call it the food desert. Like that's like something that like really irritates me like a lot of the time, and I've never talked about it, is like the people in my family that have the access to like the Costco membership are not good at like thinking about how much food people in this family actively consume. You know what I mean? Like, and if it were me, like, that fridge would never be empty, girl. I would keep it stocked. It would be locked and loaded if it were up to me, but it ain't up to me. And that's very annoying to me. And I call it the food desert. I hate the food desert. I can't. Like, I need stuff in there at all times. I cannot run out. There's certain stuff I just cannot run out. Otherwise, I'll have a crash out. I can't do it. I can't do it. I know it sounds dramatic. It probably is. That's the way I am. I can't. You can ask. You're just not going to get an answer. Hope that helps. Okay, I need to dry some more because like this layer under here is still wet. I like to do it to where it's completely dry, and then we're gonna do the powdering routine, and then we're gonna put it up in the bonnet. That's the hair routine. That's like, somebody came on here and told me that I had $1 million hair. Watch, there's gonna be some like hater, somebody's grandma's gonna come into the comments and say, no you don't. Look like you have a trailer park hair. Well, if you like my hair, girl, this is for y'all that like my hair. And if you don't, you can keep your little booty on scrolling. You can walk that walker out of here, grandma. I ain't been at it. Your hair looks so soft, thank you. Like, just a second ago when somebody was like, oh, you look familiar. And then I was like, oh, well, I get told, again, this is what the internet gets screwed up. I get told. The phrase I get told means other folks be telling me. Not that I be thinking. It means other folks be smacking their gums at me and telling me stuff. Okay now. Some of y'all need a dictionary. Anyways. Yeah, I get told that I look like different people. I don't personally think that I look like any of those people. I think, and like, I don't have my makeup on right now. I look totally different with makeup. Because why am I going to wear makeup to look the same? That don't make no sense. You know what I mean? That's just the way I feel. If I do makeup, I'm going to do it up and do it big. Well, otherwise, I ain't wearing makeup at all. That's just my personality. Get over it. But I see that I look like JoJo, like a little bit, like JoJo the singer, not JoJo Siwa, different JoJo, like much older JoJo, like JoJo from my mama's playlist JoJo. You know what I mean? It's taken me years though to see that one, but like I don't think I look like Selena Gomez. I don't really see Britney Spears. Like I think Britney has blonde hair and brown eyes, and I have blonde hair and brown eyes. But our facial features, I don't really see it. But I do like to copy her makeup looks because she's a freaking icon. Hello. No more creeps 2025. Nice try. Have fun being in the walk-in freezer. and never coming out. Bye-bye. You can see the resemblance with Selena. Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see it. Do you know? I don't know who that is or what that is. Never heard of it. Oh, I'm getting so hungry. I need to eat cereal. I don't know if I ever told you girls, but like I like gluten-free Chex Mix, like the rice Chex. Um and I like to put peanut butter on it, like natural peanut butter. Do not even come at me with that Jif Peter Pan. I don't think so. Real peanut butter, not that weird fluffy sugary yuck. No, thank you. I like my peanut butter real, and it tastes like peanuts, no sugar. That's the way I've been liking it. Like the kind that somebody's grandma churned. That's the kind of peanut butter I like. Anyways, girl. So peanut butter on the Chex Mix, no milk. Then we go in with honey. We drizzle it, right? And then we crunch it up. We crunch up the honey and the peanut butter and the Chex Mix, and then it makes like, have you ever had, what are those called? Muddy Buddies? So good. And then, girl, then you pour the milk. Don't knock it till you try it. And I feel like the, like, oil that's in the peanut butter and the honey, like, coats the little Chex pieces, and it keeps the milk from making them soggy. It's so good. Like, sometimes I actively crave my cereal. I call it, like, loaded cereal. That's a lie. I don't even know what I call it. I just call it cereal, but that's how I be eating my cereal, girl. No More Creeps 2025. Okay, girl, let's get back to drying this hair. Ugh. They don't know, let them know. You broke, then you gotta let them go. You could have anybody, anybody more. 'Cause when you were a boss, you could do what you want. Y'all remember that song? That's a good song. I do hope that somebody comes out with a algorithm that's as good as TikTok, because I feel like YouTube Shorts is getting there. We're getting there. I told y'all, YouTube is the big daddy of social media. It's not even social media. It's like content creation on here. You know what I mean? I don't really be scrolling shorts though. Like when I watch YouTube, I watch it from my bed and I put it on the TV, or I go out to the living room and I put it on the TV and I plant my booty on the couch. I like them long YouTube videos. Like, I like YouTube almost like as a Netflix substitute. Like, that's where I think everything's going on here. Shorts, I don't really, It's funny because y'all are watching me in your shorts feed right now, but like, I don't really be on shorts. One of my sisters was telling me that like, shorts have gotten really good and they've gotten addictive, so that tells me that they be working on that algorithm. But I just don't be using it like that, you know? But I don't want to, I feel like when TikTok was at its peak, like 2020 to like 2023, like I was hooked. You know what I mean? Like that algorithm was too good. It would keep you just like locked in for hours. And like I don't want to get locked into another app like that. You know what I mean? Like I want to be on there like as a creator, like cranking stuff out for y'all, but like I don't want to be trapped in the No more creeps 2025. No more creeps 2025. No more creeps 2025. No more creeps 2025. For the girlies, keep on scrolling. Keep on scrolling. Okay, so this is what my hair looks like before I like straighten it. I ain't gonna be straightening it tonight because it's just too much. I'm hungry. The creeps be creeping tonight. That's okay though. That's okay. They're always gonna be creeps. What can you do? You know what I mean? But I'm gonna take this. I cannot live without this stuff. This stuff is so good. This stuff smells wonderful. It keeps you smelling fresh for days. This is like deodorant for your scalp. And I realized that like in the new year, not to spoil it, but like I think I want to talk to you girls more about hygiene. Like I had a very interesting conversation with some relatives over the holidays, and I'm like, you think it's okay to admit that out loud? Okay, I need to be having a hygiene talk. You know what it was? They admitted to not wearing deodorant to bed. Do you know what I smell like if I don't wear deodorant? Girl, I'm talking like landfill. I can't, like, that dark, dingy, weird smell in your armpits, that shouldn't be there. Like, if you have good hygiene, shower fresh, powder fresh, all the time, 365. Like, I'm never slipped. If I stick to my routine, I never slip. But, like, I feel like it's kind of like gatekeeping for me to keep that from you girls. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have a talk. We're gonna have many talks about hygiene because that was scary. I'm like, we're related, and you think it's girl. I don't. No, I'm not gonna even go there. I don't know. We're just gonna talk. It's my public service, really. But anyways, girl, this is like deodorant for your scalp. The oil that your hair puts out, I don't think it stinks when it first comes out of your scalp, but it be stinking. You know what I mean? Like sebum comes out of your scalp, that's what keeps your hair moisturized, but like it makes your hair stink. It just do. And when that sun hits that scalp and it's full of oil, girl, that's how you get stinky hair. That's how you smell like pencil shavings. That's gross. And I love you enough to tell you that. Y'all who have been here know that, like, I love you enough to not let you walk around and be stinky. One thing that I'm not gonna let you do is be freaking stinky. Okay? I'm always gonna give you the facts and the information. So this is like deodorant for your scalp. It will keep you fresh so long. You're controlling how your scalp smells, basically, which is good. You don't want your scalp smelling, however. Not good. I've learned that the hard way. No more creeps 2025. I do makeup. I do boy advice. I do like advice like about boyfriends and stuff like that. I do hair, makeup, skincare. That's it. Sometimes I talk about perfume. I also have a video that I did on self-tanning, but not live. But usually on live, I'm pretty just like makeup. Because that's just what I do. That's what I do. That's it. Okay, we're going to just spray down the center of my head. And then we're going to like part this off. It doesn't really matter what order you do this in. just as long as you're like, kind of like as if you were doing highlights, you know what I mean? Like how you spray it down, you do it down the middle, then you part a little bit, then you do more. This ensures that you're getting your whole scalp. And yes, it's going to turn white, and yes, we're okay with that because it is nighttime and we're going to sleep. Make another part. What do you have on self-tanning? I really like skin. I'm getting married November 2026. I've never self-tanned before. I want to do it for my wedding. I'm going to link my video for you so you can see like my full routine. Just press copy, share, copy link. Live. There you go. I hope that shows up as a link. If not, just go onto my channel and go under my videos. But I would not. I'm very, very light too. This is fake tan. It's not real. I would practice your self tan. Like if you're getting married in November, you have a lot of time to practice your tan. Don't blow it off. I would start doing it like every other week. Just hammer it out. Like don't, because I feel like if you try one tan a month, you're not going to get your technique down. You need to do it like every week or like every other week. And like tans typically don't last longer than a week. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. Like start doing it, start getting into the groove of it, start learning the technique, learning the exfoliation. Also understanding that there's products that are fake tan approved, there's products that are not fake tan approved, and I go over all this in my video. But like, don't be spraying your skin with perfume. That's dumb. Don't be spraying body spray. Don't do that. Don't be putting Bath and Body Works, Dove, Victoria's Secret directly on your skin. Don't do that. You want to wear perfume? Spray it on your clothes. Otherwise, you can spray it on your tan, but you're just gonna mess it up. You're gonna get a great big white splotch, like right here, or like on your neck. So don't do that. But I go over all that in my video. But there's some things that like you learn better by practicing, you know? You're welcome. Okay. I want to make sure I get a little bit here too. I feel like I save a lot of money self-tanning because like people who don't know how end up going to a spray tan artist, and I don't know how much that is, but I feel like it's a lot. Okay, I could go like this and blend this stuff in, but I'm just going to bed, girl. So you gotta start now. Yeah. I personally use Norvell. I talk about it in the video. I use Norvell, buy a big old bottle off of Amazon, and then I put it in a foaming bottle, and that's how I do mine. Norvell is a professional spray tanning solution. So like if you were to go to get a professional spray tan, you could get Norvell, or get a professional spray tan artist, they could use Norvell. But I found a hack on TikTok years ago, and I just have been using it ever since. This is B-Tan. I don't like it as much as the Norvell. The Norvell is the perfect color. It lasts such a long time. I like that stuff the best. Okay, where's my bonnet? Now we're gonna put on my bonnet. Thank God. Girl, I'm so tired. I don't want to get up and eat. I don't like freaking eating because my doctor says if I eat, I have to stay up for 3 hours. I do not want to be up for 3 hours. The reason my doctor says all this is because I have stomach problems, but that's another story for another time. So just take my hair and I put it up like this in like a loose bun just to basically put it in one spot. And then I put the ties like at the base of my head. Then I pull it over so it lays flat like this. Most of the time I wear it over my ears. And then if I wear it up here, then I'll tie it like this. Because if you tie it down here, at least if I tie it down here, it'll end up in my eyes. I don't really want it in my eyes. But yeah, anyways, girl, I'm exhausted. This is my second live for today. If you're still up, make sure you watch my live from earlier. And then also watch my most recent video. I have a video that is like Grinchy Christmas time makeup. It would be a really cute makeup look for New Year's. It'd be something kind of different. People would be like, is she wearing green eyeshadow? That's so cool. Like, it's a very like cool girl green eyeshadow look. So make sure you girls check it out. But anyways, girl, I will, and also follow my Facebook. If you know, you know. I will see you girls tomorrow. I love you so much. And thank you for joining me for another live. Bye.